Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. We're getting some sell-off into the open here. Market is in sync on the short side. Target is 27. Good morning, everybody. Fast action. Damn. Target is hit. Next target is 23,000. We got ourselves a captain set up long on the 50 NT Renko, so probably we're gonna bounce up a little bit here. I'd rather be short than long, be honest with you. Obviously, the market is on a sell-off, but the market produced a captain setup long at 46.75. Just gonna post an order just to see how things are. Yeah, that captain setup is holding. Market is out of sync right here. Market is out of sync. We hit Harmony zone number 2 up here, and came back in. So it looks like they're gonna be buying it all the way back up to a reversal of 102. So that will set the stage for a counter trend. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the bigger picture, I mean, like, it's all that sell-off, and now you're about to get that 102 here in a second. Interesting, we got that close and we didn't close yet. So we have to kind of close above that target of 102 fairly quickly. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Becca. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Marty. We're about to close above that target. Here we go. We closed it. Now the market is in sync. On the long side, we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity with a swing trade target of 127. Considering the fact that the market is overwhelmingly short, these rallies, here we go. So we hit that target. The next target is 152. Is we need to be kind of more of a scalping mode on the long side. I'm gonna take a shot at it here if I can, but okay, so I took that one for a 10-point target into target number 5. I didn't stick around, so that's 225 bucks. So let's take another look at it. The market here is going to be consolidating, so I need to be fairly careful. And we are at resistance, but the market favors the longs. 10 points. And we are getting target of 152. This zone between 52 and 28 is a bit of a tough area. You're gonna probably get a pullback here. Target is hit. Next target is 177. So you're seeing this grinding price action upwards. So we're about to hit target number 6, which is really a big deal. But that just tells you the strength of this run up. It's strong. Yeah. We're in the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko, and we are also on we're about to get a switch trade here. We got switch trade and we're getting a push. Market is still in sync on the long side here on a counter trend bounce. Did anybody put any trades so far? Where are we at, guys? Where's the big money today? I know it's early, but well, that's big money. Good job, Marty. 1900. You must have started early, before the market opened. I thought you had yourself a new, brand new computer, Adam. Crapping up on you. Market's in sync. Our next target is 177. Nice little stop run right here. Oh, you did? Okay. So, just, I mean, there was a really some nice short pressure right off the open that was just very pure. So when they do that, then I'm gonna be off. Okay. Retesting Harmony zone number 1. So the ISM manufacturing PMI, which is a big number, is coming up at the top of the hour. So just be careful here. In about 17 minutes, we're going to have that number up. And just take care of your positions before that news hits. Okay. That's a bit of distribution going on here, and the market is out of sync. So we went from being in sync to out of sync. You put a captain setup, then another captain setup short here. So that tells me that the whole section here is a bit of a distribution section. Okay. It's interesting that they do that. We're in the middle of the range. We're in the middle of the 7 to 8 o'clock opening range, which is about 150. So, and we're spending a lot of time basically running stops in and around that area and coming back to retest. The top end of that opening range is 237 to 23,060. So that's in the middle of that range is that 150. So we're spending time here. We're expanding a little bit. We have a target. The target is 202. Now the market is back in sync on the long side. Let's see if we can get a pullback and a stable it's like we get to target number 1, hold, and then we go to target number 3. That 150. Ah. That's no good. That's the way it is. 70. Okay, so they shot that one up. That's a nasty flush into a retest and then a run up. Target is 202. Here we go. I'm gonna have to take that as a profit right here into this target. It may go higher, but I gotta build up a day. It's a premium signal, over 10 points. I think 11 points or so. Yeah, look at that. It's gonna go. Target is hit. Next target is 227. So we entered at that 183 and got out at 94.75. Yeah, I felt like it's gonna keep going, but it's okay. Let's keep working. The market has a lot of money for us today. That was a railroad long. Look at that. Good for them. See, now we're at the top end of that opening range. Marty, when the market is giving you, keep taking, buddy. Don't cut yourself short. You're connecting with the market. Don't be afraid of losing money. Just go ahead and make more. You're connecting, and it's early. Take 1,000 out of that 3,000 and saying, hey, listen, I'll use that 1,000 to make more, and if I lose it, I stop. Just food for thought. Because you're connecting with the market early, which tells me today is your day. Hey, Holden, good morning. Gonna flatten that trade. Just the way I got in is a little bit too wonky. So I'm gonna flatten it and see if I can get back in a little bit better. So I needed to be in there at 252.5, and I got in there a little bit worse. And the market was flattening out. So let's see if I can get in here. No, that's not gonna work. $54. Actually, I end up losing a point on that trade. That's okay. Let's keep working. Come on, fill me. I need a push to 60. And if I get to 60, we'll get to 70. And if we don't, then I'll get stopped out. Yeah, it's not moving. That's too bad. I'm gonna take it out. Come on, man. That captain setup is not producing. Long or short long. I'm looking for the longs till proven otherwise. It's a captain setup. I mean, that thing should have kind of produced a bit of a move. Yeah, too close to the news. Yeah, 2 minutes. That's probably a good idea. Let the news come. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. One minute. They're putting a captain setup short right here. Let's see how far they want to go with it. Yeah, we may get out of sync here if we break anything under 215. Here comes the news. All over the place. Let's see. Market is in sync on the long side, and we're breaking the top end of the opening range, which is that 240. Retesting Harmony zone number 1. That's interesting. Okay, that's not good actually. So we're going to be patient and wait. Yeah, that's a disconnect here. Market is, yeah, the market is just a little bit top heavy. We may end up producing a disconnect here. We're in the middle of the range on the 200. So here we go. The market is out of sync. The market is out of sync. All right, I'm going to take a 5-minute break and come back. All right, guys. So we're getting a retest of Harmony Zone number 2. It looks like the market is weaker here, and getting a bit of a pullback. If you look at the big picture, this is the middle of the range, and the market is responding to the pressure against that 300 and pulling back. So if we end up closing at 202, then the market would be back in sync on the short side. You're getting a captain setup switch trade short right here, so that's a sell signal. That's interesting. I mean, they need to kind of sell below 200. They need to sell below 210 here again. Yeah, that's it right there. So that supports the selling pressure. Okay. Interesting that they are just chopping it up right here. Here go another captain setup. Man, I tell you, this thing is gonna sell off here. At least it should. Below 200. Here it comes. We got to 200. The market is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of 177. They're trying to run the stops here right above. Okay, I took that one for a profit, 10-point profit. I mean, I came a little bit late, but not late, not too late. At 210, I got it at 7. It's from 7, so I made 7 points actually. But that's fine. Let's just keep working. They may counter trend this thing a little bit, come back, retest. Market is in sync on the short side, but the market here is congested against Harmony Zone number 1, which is 227 by 237. I gotta show you guys the all right, so they're running the stops here. They're running the stops. We're about to get out of sync here. So in middle of the range trading, so we got to be careful. Market is out of sync. So we went from we're in sync on the short side to out of sync with this move. and we just have to be patient and wait, because if we break anything above 277, then the market is just trapping the shorts here, and we're going to run up through 300 and 350. So where we at right now is fairly critical to how the price is going to behave. The shorts need to reassert themselves under 202. Here comes the 202. I mean, that's literally what we want to see. Let them play around with that level a little bit, maybe make a lower high. But definitely the shorts are where we want to be at. The only issue, I don't want to be short into a whole number, so I need to be away from that whole number, either higher or we break down and come back and retest lower than 200. But I don't want to get short right here into a whole number. And how far is far enough? I mean, 20s. Yeah, so see that there. I mean, that's a bit more noise than what we would like. Okay. Yeah, shorts are the dominant force here. Here we go. All right, let's see if we can get a lower high out of this price action. We should flush to 177, but I'd like to get in there before. Captain setup here. Let them put a captain setup and trap some shorts up here, then come back in. Yeah, that's what they're gonna end up doing. Come on. Too bad, huh? I gotta take my stop. And the market goes out of sync. All right, well, that's what they want to do. I'll take small stops here till we get in. Market is out of sync. That's why. Market is out of sync. Okay. Here comes some selling pressure against Harmony zone number 2. market is back in sync on the short side, rejection of Harmony zone number 2. We're looking for rallies to short into this market. Back to that whole number, 200. Target is 177, by the way. That's a whole number, 200. We should be getting a bounce off of that. I don't want to get short here in the face of a whole number. Let the market go back up a little bit. We'll see. Okay. Okay, stop run. That's a stop run right there. Market is out of sync right now. So they are spending a lot of time, you know, building stops, running stops. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is moderate, range is contracting, behavior overall is short, but there's pockets of buying interest coming in here, protecting the whole number, which is 200. Now we're retesting Harmony zone number 2 for the third time. Yeah, the first time right here, up here. Second, and this is third. All right, let's be patient.
Time to get up and go.
All right, guys, I got to take my 5-minute break. I'll be back. All right, guys. So they put a 6 pound captain set up short right here, came back to the middle of the range and running the stops right there. So that's we need to watch that level again closer. Market is out of sync, so we're looking for the market is spending a lot of time in this neutral zone, testing Harmony zone number 2. I mean, that tells me there's a bunch of buyers, picking off any pullback. So you got that pullback, you got that reversal into another reversal, and that's holding. So that structure is holding. You came and tested it one more time, and that's holding. Now you run up above 76, most likely you're going to get 300, 350. You have a bunch of stops sitting at 37 right here. So if you start picking off 300 into that level, then you're going to start speeding up. Shorts need to come in. They need to come in under the whole number, 200. So if we fail here and we break 200, then the shorts are back in business. Otherwise, we're gonna move to 350. I mean, look at that captain setup, another captain setup. Like, we should be shorting this one right there, and having a stop right above 61. That's a captain setup switch trade. It's a short behavior. There's a potential captain setup short on the 70, which we just closed, which is 31. So here you go. If you look at your 70 into your Winco chart, you're gonna see that captain setup short at 31. If 15 comes, that puts us in a position where the market is back in sync on the short side. Okay. Here comes that 15. We need to close that 15. Okay, so the market is in sync on the short side again. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, and we have a target. It's 177. That's been a target for some time. We'll keep jacking with it and coming back in. Ah, come on. We need a flush here, or otherwise I gotta get out of this trade. Come on, baby. Flush, 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 flush. I'm gonna take it. Fuck. Ah. That 200 is really kind of keeping me from holding on to things a little bit longer. I don't know how much money I made. Not much. 4 points. Yeah, 4.25 points. I mean, that's a 10-point trade right there all day. But that level here at 200 has just been a stickler all day long. Here it comes. Sellers. Very nice, very nice. We may end up getting to the 177 on that one. Take a little bit of pay. Here we go. Man, that was our trade right there. We took 4.25 points, and this thing is giving us like 40. 177 is our target. How is everybody doing so far? You guys are up, down, or sideways? Target coming up, 177. $212 short, $212 short. So you picked off my order and held on to it? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. It's all good. Good job. Good job. Let's see if we can get a rally here. So that's a switch trade that they're trying to build up here. If they run up above 92. Wow. Captain set up here. Shorts are in control. Target is hit. Next target 152. 152. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. So that's 150. Yeah, man, that 80. 80 is a good entry. 80 to 70 or 60. You have a target to that 150, and remember the 150 is the middle of the range on the opening range, so that would be a place where the market would bounce. 150, which happens to be a target. don't want to necessarily go against that or that. Okay. Speed, range, and behavior, and how they're running the stops. The stop running is in favor of the shorts. Speed is moderate. Range is expanding. The behavior is short. It's good for them. Don't get fancy. Don't get fancy. 1, 2. Here we go. Here comes that 150. Good for them. And here comes a bounce. We're right at that. 149 is actually that middle of the range, but that's close enough. Good for them. We are about to hit it, and they just hit it. 127. 127 is the next target. We are at the middle of the range right now, at that 149, which is the middle of the range on the opening range from 7 to 8 o'clock. Then if that continues, you have 129 is the opening range between 8 o'clock to 8:30. That's the top end of it. And the middle of it is 102. So that's where kind of the market is trying to get to. So we're looking, as long as we continue to trade under 200 and any rally is a lower high, these are some of the targets that we're going to be looking for. Like around this 149, 150, you would expect a bit of a defensive behavior, but we'll see. Market is in sync on the short side. We are in the middle of the range around that 149, 150. And we have a level at 129 that the market is trying to protect as well. So you're getting a bit of higher low action here. So there's a bunch of stop runs above 160 to the 180 that the market can just go tag right now and then come back to reassert itself on the short side. So just be careful trying to go for a continuation trade short here. The market is very vulnerable for a retest to the upside. And you're going to see it like in a few seconds here. Took out the stops from under it. All right, let's see. Ah, here you go. They're hiding. They were hiding, waiting on that one last flush. There's a captain set up long on the 50 NT Renko. Just keep an eye on that. Hmm. It's interesting that they did this. Put a captain setup short right here. Market is still in sync on the short side. I mean, the whole structure here from about 15 minutes or so is consolidation after that big move that we saw from the 50s, or what is that, the 77s down to the 140s right here. So the market is just simply consolidating, and it's consolidating around that number we talked about, the middle of the range for the opening range, which is the 149, 150. So really not a lot of momentum at this bottom end of that range. So bunch of stops right above 160s and 170s that will take us to 180s, and that would be a natural reaction for them to do that here. And it's a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. So now you're getting multiple formation telling you.
Time to get up.
All right. So I got to take my 5-minute break. Maybe we'll get out of this range here in a minute. And I would think we'll go to 180 here soon. I'll be back. All right. So what we got here is we got to that 129 that we talked about. So we got to that 182, and then they came in and faded everybody, which is really trickery. Let's see if we can find an entry here for a short. The next target is what? 102. Yeah, they're gonna probably run it up here a little bit. I'm looking for rallies to short into this market. It's interesting. Yeah, they're gonna run it up here a little bit. It's a whole lot of consolidation. I'm looking for a rally so I could short into this market. I mean, they're about to put a captain setup short, but I don't want to short into a 130. Yeah, that's a captain setup short. Yeah, that whole zone between 149 and 128, that 20-point range, is a bit of a support area. I tried the 130 and I couldn't get filled on that one. Let's see if I can get another fill here. Yeah, we're breaking into that whole 100. I respect that. I work from home too, and I have to part of my. So you have to tell me when you're working. I mean, I could make you compromise. So, like when it's not gonna work, you may have to move. I can't tell you. You may have to move. I appreciate it. Fucking day. I mean, that's just. I have to. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. So okay, so we're getting that move. The 30s coming in. They're pushing lower and lower. We're about to get to the middle of the range here, which is the 102. Yeah, here you go. Target is hit. 77 is the next target. Get the fuck out of here, man. You have to make a move out because I'm gonna be working on. I'm gonna be moving around like what you want me to do. It's part of my day. I'm sorry. I'm not changing that for nobody. It's within my rights. Live data. All right, so we are at the bottom end of the range. Okay, so we're in the middle of that opening range between 8 and 830 at 102, 103. So we're gonna see how they're gonna handle that. I'm looking for rallies to short into this market. The market is in sync on the short side. That's okay, Adam. There's always tomorrow, buddy. Just get your system going, though. Yeah, this thing is, they're bleeding this market, that's for sure. I respect that. I appreciate that. So, you gotta figure out what you want to do. Give a fuck. Yeah, conflict resolution, man. Okay, here comes that stop run. They're gonna take it to 130 and potentially 140. We're looking for rallies to short into this market. No. Why is that no? Because Here they come. Most likely they're going to push it here. I'm looking for rallies to short into this market. Market can get up to 130, 140. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'll be back. Man, I walk away, the market makes a move. Yeah, we're move away and this market makes a nice little dump. Next target is 52. Market is in sync on the short side and they are coming up to that target of 52. No. I'll take that one into a target. I'm just small right here because the market is just losing its momentum. But the market is short, so I took a short here for a flat, and I took another one here for whatever, like 6 points. All right, a little bit of a bounce. So we're getting into this phase of consolidation right here. I mean, I'd rather be short than long. We are very close to the bottom end of this range as well. So, I mean, you know, there's a bunch of stops sitting under 30 and a quarter. Then you got the 3,000. That's going to be a bit of a struggle to try to chew right through it. But we're going to continue to look for shorts on rallies unless we break 100. And you could tell that there's not a lot of volatility. It's just a grinding behavior, but it's a grinding behavior that favors the shorts. Usually, whenever you get a grinding behavior, it typically will favor the longs because there's no volatility and the buyers are just chewing through stops to the upside. But today is a bit different. The shorts are persistent. Remember, today is the last day for the 90% discount for Apex, so I have not bought any yet, but I'm gonna be buying today. Thinking about buying a bunch of the 250 accounts. Okay, some sellers coming through. taking out the stops right under, and we're breaking the bottom end of the opening range here. So, but there's no momentum. There's not a lot of momentum on the breaks. So I want to see how they handle it. I mean, if they just slightly break it, then buy it and retest the middle of the range, then come back and do that again over and over, then they start, hitting the highs of these moves, then the market is doing a bottoming behavior. So it's important to see how they buy these stops right here. If they buy them. I mean, we are extended, but the market is the market, which is decisively short. Yeah, and the low of the day is coming up. Our target is 77. Not 7, 27, excuse me. 27. So you think here, the market is bottoming, then they just drop the bottom from under it. I mean, that's why whenever you have a market that is in sync on the short side, that's just the direction I got to take. Like, I'm not going to get cute and try to bottom fish and look for the turn and all that stuff. I know how that one works out most of the time. Not very well. We're about to put a captain setup long right here, which tells me that the market is trying to fade against the break of the lows right here. So they're gonna try to probably trap people, put this captain setup, run it up to 50s, 60s, and come back in and break the lows. So that's just one scenario that the market is trying to do here. I'd rather be short than long, but I'm aware of this type of pattern here. So here you go. Here comes that 50-60. Every click of my mouse is intentional. Here we go. Here comes that 50. '60s are coming. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad, bottom fishing move, but I'm just simply trying to avoid that for now. But it looked so. It took everything in my power not to click the button on that captain setup, and I was like, man, this is gonna make some money, but I'm trying to be a good boy. Stop fading. I took a trade. I mean, the risk, the excuse me, the risk is fairly defined. I mean, it's literally you're looking at an entry 35, stop 26. It's like 8 points, 9 points, and then you got that potential. I mean, you know where our target is, the 3,000, and that's a big deal. My focus is my. A big level would be 56. You don't want to break 56. That'll be a captain setup long on the 70 NT Rinko. 56. And they're about to get there in no time. That's a captain setup long on the 70 NT Rinko. And we're about to go into out of sync if we break 64. That's coming up soon. We're getting a little bit of a counter behavior here. So you had the captain, you ran up, you made a higher low, you ran up, made a captain setup on the 70, and pullbacks are on the scalping basis only. Has a bit of a bid trying to protect it. You really have to kind of break 64 for the market to be out of sync where we could scalp the longs. But I think that's going to happen here fairly quickly. 64. All right, 64. So now we have a market that is out of sync. So if there's any opportunity to scalp along, we have to look in this environment and look for scalping opportunities. Ultimately, the better approach is looking for rallies to short into this market, but there is a pocket of buyers that are active here, and you have a rounding behavior in this market. And if you want to see what I mean, here you go. And you start breaking 70, you're going to start playing around with that level right here, and then you start going higher. If we break anything under this level here, oh, shoot, you start sinking the ship here. Yeah, you don't want to break this level here. So if the market start, inching higher, breaking this, running up, coming back, making higher lows, you're going to start getting that stir step. Then we're going to be in this zone, which is Harmony zone number 2, and the market, the shorts need to make a stand here. And if they fail it, then we're going to break back up to 23,102, and then pullbacks become viable on a scalping basis, and we'll see how well they're going to hold it. But there's a bit of a buying interest coming in here. It's almost it's past 11. So really, I mean, things are quieting down here. Here comes that little selling pressure. They're about to take out this 37. I'm gonna call it a morning. I'm positive on 3 accounts, very small on 2 of them, and I got 240 on 1 account. Not a big day, but it's a positive day, and I'll take it. I hyper focused on just taking trades that are completely in harmony. Like anything that it did not look like the 200 and the 100 in sync, I passed on it. Took very small stops along the way. Took 10 trades. Out of 10 trades, 5 of them stopped me out for very, very small. And 5 of them made money. So ended up slightly up for the day. And that's it for me. So we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. And you all have a good one. But before I go, I mean, where you guys are at anyway? Who's the big winner? I know Marty made a bunch of money early on, but Adam just came back into trading after a technical issue. Becca, Sheila, and Safe. Safe, where you at, buddy? Green Day for Safe. Good job. Becca, I know you're up a little bit. Or a lot, I'm not sure, but she may not be around. But anyway, so I'm out of here. Oh, look at Marty, up 4,800. Oh, you're loving this market. When the market is giving you and you're connecting, keep on going, baby. You never know. You may be having a $10,000 day. And if you cut yourself too short from it, you never get there. So that's a good one, man. Good job. The big winner is Marty today. All right, guys, it was fun. Fun reading this market with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.